I feel like you didn't really answer it. You don't think the functions behind capitalism have made it hard for the lower class to catch up? Do you believe in the dissolution of the middle class? I don't know if I do or not. It's hard to measure all of that. Like, as people maybe have gotten poorer, have left the middle class, the lower class standard of living has increased like pretty dramatically in the United States. So it's hard to measure like what's good and what's bad. Like, I think that there are winners and losers in the U.S. economy, and the winners need to do a better job at redistributing to the losers. But the problem is that both, it feels like both parties hate wealth just from different areas. Democrats like demonize wealthy people and people that make money, billionaires, right? What did Biden say? Nobody gives a about policy. But to be honest, one of the most retarded things Biden said yesterday was if we tax 1,000 billionaires in this country, we can raise some dumb amount of money over the next 10 years. Like, what are you going to force them to sell the shares in their company? What do you mean you're going to what wealth taxes? What are you even talking about? It's like retarded, right? So Democrats have this huge problem with demonizing the of anybody that's wealthy, which is stupid. We should celebrate wealth. It's good. It's good in the United States when we've got successful business and we've got wealthy people. We should all be happy about that. But then Republicans attack it from the other end where they're like, poor people, okay? We got ours. Tax cut time. Get mother. No welfare. Cut taxes for the rich, okay? Get rid of progressive taxation as much as possible. Like, bro, what the like, when you're super ultra wealthy, okay, a few bumps in the tax percentage bracket doesn't really affect you that much. It just doesn't. It doesn't. And any wealthy person tells you differently is lying to you, okay? Or they're a greedy, money-hoarding dragon. Then go live in Soviet Russia. F them, okay? If you got wealthy in the United States of America, you got wealthy because you exist in a country that has enabled you to grow that wealth, okay? It's a beautiful thing. It's an awesome thing. The opportunities and advantages that are afforded to you here, unlike any other place on earth. That's why so many people come here to build wealth and to build companies and to build businesses. If you make a lot of money, you should be able to give it back and help the people here, okay? It's not that big of an issue for you, all right? Not true. I don't feel that way at all. That's fine. No offense, my dude, but that's probably because you're poor. It's probably because you make $65,000 a year and you think that like, man, like, yeah, like I'm part of the wealthy and I think that tax cuts are blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you that when every wealthy person looks at you, okay, the retarded 40,000 a year earners championing tax cuts, they just laugh because they're like, okay, like most of them aren't compensated in W-2 wages. They don't give a most of your growth is happening in investment accounts that are subject to capital gains anyway. Most of them are being compensated, in ways that aren't W-2 in like options and there's tons of different tax advantage vehicles for like the idea that like, oh God, the ordinary income bump, you've got like all these guys, okay, that are making mid to low five figures, like championing reduction of tax brackets for people making over 400,000. Like, bro, these people don't give a about the I don't give a the federal tax bracket. Like, it's one of the least consequential things that I think about when it comes to making money. It's like, oh, what is my federal, although taxes do suck. Oh, yes, I love it. Where's just going to put his hand on the back of my neck? Listen, I paid $700,000 in taxes last year, okay? And I'm telling you that whether or not the federal tax rate goes up or down, if you like, if I have to pay like $50K more or $50K less, it's not making a huge difference in my life. I don't give okay? It's not that big of a difference. It doesn't matter that much. But like people making like $50K a year, $60K a year will be screeching for like, it's just so dumb. But I mean, listen, if you want to do it. Did you just say 700K? Yeah, I lied. It was actually like 550K, I think. Or it might have been 600K. I don't know. I don't even remember. That's how inconsequential it is. I don't remember what I paid in federal taxes. If I want to invest more in my business, I invest more in my business. I don't even get taxed on it. It's a write-off. And if I don't, then it goes into a retirement account. Who cares? I'm spending all my money. I don't spend hardly any of my money. Wait, when do you pay tax? In April? When did I pay? I don't even remember. Oh no, it was $680,022. Although I think when I got a refund of like $300. Hold on, where is it? $281.28 from the IRS. So they did miscalculate. That's 10 more hot chocolates, baby. Do you have money set aside for your son's college? No, him. He can get a scholarship, or he can get bent. Okay, how am I supposed to pay for my kid's college while I'm flying your mom out every weekend? I think Destiny's a fairly unique rich person. No, if anything, I'm a fairly rich person. If anything, streamers get harder than ordinary people because I don't have as many business expenses. A lot of my money is just ordinary tax. There's not much I could do with it. If I owned like a real business where I could like reinvest or I could like capitalize it more, do something more, I would actually have ways to even further reduce my tax liability. But Although to be fair, a lot of the money that I am making are still residuals off of the slave sugarcane plantation that my parents owned in Cuba. I still get paid out from that, from I think it's the BFC. It's like the Batista Fund for Cubans, I think. But at Destiny, I constantly hear this. No one under 400K gets tax change, but people over 400K is small business owners, and that money gets invested back into their businesses. Okay, I'm going to make a guess right now. Can we look this up? Okay, let's look this up. I would be surprised if the average small business owner in the United States take home pay is more than 100K a year. I would be surprised at that. Can we look this up? Average personal income, small business owner, United States. The average income for a small business owner in the U.S. is roughly $69,000 per year. I don't think that you guys, when you guys think of, when you guys think of a small business owner, you guys are so detached from the world of business, all right? You don't understand. You guys will think of like, oh, this guy owns a business. He's only got like 100 employees. That's like a small business. Bro, if you make it to 100 employees, you're like mid to low. That's insane. You have a 100 employee business. That's amazing. You're like, you've made it to the upper echelon of like employment in the United States, right? Small business is like, what, like 2 to 3 full-time and less than 10 total employees? That's like a small business, okay? People have like completely distorted conceptions of what a small business or what a business like is. Like in my opinion, if you have over 10 full-time employees, you've probably already cracked the top 1%. And that's amazing. If you have a small business and you employ over 10 people, that's 10 individuals, maybe 10 families worth of people who you are now providing so much good to the world that you can basically fund 10 different people's lives. That's awesome. It's amazing. 10 different people, full-time employee. I don't even mean that just from a moral standpoint, just from a financial standpoint. That's really awesome. You're doing a really good job. 10 full-time employees. It's amazing. But yeah, people are like, oh, like, yeah, the average small business owner, you know, this guy's only making like 500K. No, he doesn't, bro. The average small business owner is probably taking loans out against his 401K to capitalize his business in bad years. The average small business owner, okay, is probably cheating on his taxes because if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to afford the rent for, you know, whatever building he rents for his office, for the business that he has. The average small business owner is probably asking his neighbor if he can borrow his truck because the one broke down at the shop and they don't have the money in the business account to get it fixed. These are the average small business owners. People have this massively inflated idea of what it means to run a small business. It's not like what you think at all. It's not this idea of you walk into the office, you say hi to one of your 50 full-time employees, you march through to your 4 cubicles, you go to the back, you got accounting, like that's not what a small business is like. It's so much. 400K would be personal income. Reinvested money wouldn't be subject to Biden's tax hike. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're increasing taxes on individual personal income, that's not taxing money that's going back into your business. If money is staying in the business, then it's not taxed anyway. It shouldn't be. It's a business expense. Although I have heard some weird schemes where people would want to tax things. Like any type of tax ever that's talking about like wealth, this should always be a huge, huge, huge red flag. Wealth taxes are always, that's some like doomsday apocalypse. But I don't worry about wealth taxes because there's no shot that any of those will ever pass because it would literally be doomsday. It'll never happen. It will never happen in the United States of America. It will never, hold on, quote me on this. It will never happen in the US of A that a wealth tax is passed. It will never happen, okay? Okay, quote me there so that if it happens in the future, you can play this back. There's just no shot.
Appreciate that, Destiny.
All right, bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.